Hey guys, it's Wendy here with Wendy's Plans. And today I thought I would bring you a 1 month update on how it's going with my travels. So, guys, stick around. Okay, guys. So, I made a list of pros and cons, and I thought, why not just go over them? And the lights are going to drive me crazy if I don't take my glasses off. So, guys, we're going to go without my glasses today. So, and I've got a really bad. I don't know if it's a bad cold. It's just lingering. I think it's sinuses and allergies, to be honest, especially being in a new location. And I was kind of afraid when we. I should put this as a con. I was a little afraid this would happen. So I I apologize in advance if my voice goes back and forth. And in fact, I'm gonna put that as one of my cons when we get to it. Um, so first thing I want to talk about is, and it's a pro. I'm going to do the pros and then I'll do the cons. So the pros are that I moved out of my apartment. Yes, there were difficulties, and it was a little more daunting on me than I thought, but it during the whole move out, I never thought I had done the wrong thing. There were times when, looking back, that I had some sadness of leaving, which is, you know, that's going to be normal anytime you're making changes. But as far as really thinking, I've really messed up. I had those thoughts, but not deep down in my gut that I had done the wrong thing. And talking with my son Christopher, um, we both knew that I was doing the right thing, and he reiterated to me that I was doing the right things, and I knew it deep down. So I did have some feelings there, but I never thought truly that I was really making a big mistake. I did question what was I doing, because when you're my age, which guys, I'm almost 60. Um, Changes like that is big. It's really big, and you start to question those things. But deep down in my gut and in my heart, I knew I was doing the right thing. So move out was good. I dealt with the emotions that were coming my way. I know I'm contradicting myself saying no, there wasn't, and whatever. But there were emotions. I'm not gonna candy coat that. There were emotions, but in my heart and in my gut, I knew I was doing the right thing. And with that, packing up all the stuff, um, it's really hard to decide, oh, I need to get rid of like 99%, 99.5% of everything that I owned. And that was daunting. But, I got through it. Everything's fine. I'm happy that I've done that. So, second pro is I enjoyed my friend Jan, who came down from Canada. So she came down. I'd been here about a week, and almost a week. And Jan came down and spent, Wednesday through Monday, she flew back. So she was here with me almost a week. And we had so much time to catch up, to talk, to see things. And to be honest, I think she really gave me a kick in the pants and said, "Girl, you got to get out." At that point, you guys know, and this is one of the cons is my health, and we'll talk about that. Um, I had been dealing with my back hurting, and from packing, from sitting too long, all of that. And it was just, it was a mess. And I was almost afraid to really do anything that I thought might mess up my back more. So I was really contemplating, Wendy, you got to figure this out. And with Jan coming down, it really made me realize that, okay, Wendy, you can get out and do these things because we did them. And so I think that's what I needed, was for her to come down. And I realized that even if I am hurting, if I get out and walk, if I get out and do things, mentally I feel better, physically I was feeling better. And I think I was in that transition of not really knowing what to do. As far as I was retired, I had been planning and planning and planning this um, adventure, and now I was in it, and I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? So I'm so thankful that Jan came down at the beginning, and yeah, it was just nice to spend time with her, and it made me realize that I am doing what I want to do, and I can get out there and do it. So I'm really grateful for her. And then I had my two cousins to come down. They didn't come down to see me. They had already planned a girls' weekend and then realized I was here. And so we met up for dinner, and to have family that I see without having to drive up to where they are, it's so nice. And we spent time and had dinner and talked, and that was really fun. So it really made me feel like, even though I'm on the road and I'm traveling, I can still have these experiences. Saying that, coming up, I have in March, I will have Christopher and Emma are coming at the end of this week. So, like, second and third and fourth, whatever. They'll be here Saturday and Sunday. And that's going to be wonderful. I'm going to take them to some of the places I've been. And then hopefully we can do some stuff. It's supposed to be rainy, a little bit cooler. Another con. Um, but it's going to be nice to see them. And then I need to look and see what date. My sister-in-law is coming. Um, I think she's going to try to come Wednesday or Thursday, either the 20th or 21st of March, and stay with me probably until Sunday. She'll probably go back on Sunday. So she will be with me 3 or 4 days. That's going to be fun. I have my aunt who I want to bring in. Now, I'm not sure when that's going to happen. It may be that it can be, um, I'm not sure. Maybe, guys, I don't know. I've got to squeeze her in here, and I'm trying to figure out a time that I can do that. And it could be that she comes down the 18th and 19th, and I take her back on Wednesday and then meet my sister-in-law here that same day or the next day. I'm not sure. But hopefully I'll be able to bring um, my Aunt Margie. Y'all have heard me talk about her. She's a godsend. She helped me with my mom a lot. So that is another plus. And it's just so nice that when I'm here, I'm close enough that I can still see family, and that has helped a lot. So that is the third pro, is that being here, I will have more company coming this month in March, and I'm really, really looking forward to that. I don't know right now who else will be coming. Um, I like I said, I know Christopher and Emma. I know my sister-in-law, and hopefully my Aunt Margie and her daughter Judy, which is my cousin. Um, so hopefully, I know those will be coming, and if anybody else wants to come, I am open to them coming too. We've just not made firm confirmations that anybody else will be able to come. So the fourth thing is, guys, I have said this from the beginning. I have felt so comfortable in this condo. I was thinking the other day as I was um, sorting through again, sorting through stationary stuff and going through things and trying to eliminate more stuff so that when I get ready to pack up and leave, I am not packed to the gills like I was coming here. And as I was working in the condo with all of this stuff, I thought, wouldn't it be nice if I could just stay in this condo? I like it that much. It's just in the perfect place. I can't afford to stay here during high season, and but I will keep it in mind next year when I'm um, in off season. Maybe I can come back and stay. I would love to come back. Um, another con I'm sorry, another pro, I think this is the fifth one, is that I have had a lot of time to reflect and to spend time thinking and figuring things out and trying to really decide what are the things that I really want to do, where I really want to go next. I have booked my next location. Guys, you will know where it is probably pretty soon. Um, but I'm excited for my next location. I'm excited for my next three. Guys, I have determined my next three locations. I just need to, um, my direct next place is booked. I am trying to decide on a make a permanent decision on where I'm going to when I leave the next one. I know what area I'm going to, and I have bookmarked several locations that I could stay, and I need to get those booked for the next two states after um, after I go to the one that is booked. So the next 3 months, one of them is booked, two are not. So I need to get the other two booked. Um, so plans are being made. Honestly, I have enjoyed the time to figure out who I am. Guys, I feel like the time, as I said earlier, the time between retirement and now it was such a buildup in my mind of getting to do this that now I have the time to think, Wendy, who are you? It has been a hot minute since I did just what Wendy wanted. And I am enjoying it. I am journaling a lot more about what's going on in my head and a lot more contemplating where I want to be and what my hopes and dreams are. I've been doing that more than just journaling about where I went, what I did, that kind of thing, which is what is with me in journaling. I will get caught up in the mundane of just rehashing my day and getting that out and getting it on paper. And now I see that I am more in my head and thinking about what I want and what my future holds. And and what my future holds is going to be traveling. And one of the things that is going to happen is end of October, first part of November, I will be traveling international with my friend Jan and her sister Daphne. We, the three of us met, and I don't know if I've told you guys the story, and I probably have and just don't remember it. But I met Jan and Daphne when I was traveling in Ireland. We were on the same tour. Another co-worker that I worked with had gone with me to Ireland. She had never been. I had been once. And she asked if I wanted to go. And I was like, oh, I can always go back to Ireland. And so we had gone to Ireland. And I'm not going to be negative, but Jan and Daphne pretty much were the reason I made it through that tour and kept my sanity, because sometimes people that you really trust and are friends with aren't really your friends. And I discovered that very early on in the beginning of our travels. And thank goodness I had befriended Jan and Daphne. The four of us just hung out the whole tour. And me and Jan and Daphne just clicked. Me and Jan most especially. So we had traveled separately, them from Canada, me from the United States, and we met on the tour, and we have just stayed really good friends. And we have been wanting to do another big travel. And so they were looking at three different countries they wanted to go to. We've narrowed it down. We've picked it. Not only we booked it or picked it, we've booked it. And I am so excited. I can't wait. And I'm excited. So I'm going to take you guys along with me on that tour too. And guys, I am going to start showing you things of where I'm at and what I'm doing. It is just really different sitting here having a conversation with you guys or filming my plan with me's and that kind of thing than getting out there and vlogging. And it's, if I can make the mistake, I have done it. And the footage that I have gotten so far is not anything I would want to put up on a channel for anybody to see, because I didn't know what I was doing. I'm not saying I do know what I'm doing now, but we're going to try it. And hopefully moving along in March, everything will line up and I will start showing you some footage. Now, the last pro, excuse me, guys, there was so much stress in my life, and I didn't realize how much I was holding on to, how much was pretty much guiding my life. I have I have four brothers and sisters, and it's pretty much me that's taking care of. It's not pretty much, it's me that's taking care of my mom, which is why I ended up moving her to Wilmington. So on top on top of moving her to Wilmington, I put that stress on me that I was the only one taking care of her, but I moved her away from the rest of our family because I needed to be able to have her closer to me since I was going to be the one taking care of her. And so I had that added stress of I'm the person taking care of her and I'm fixing to travel. I moved her to Wilmington and now I'm traveling. And then making all the decisions on um, getting her moved, which she's not moved yet. I'm thinking of a place and I'm not sure if they've got an opening. I've got to reach out to them, which is going to be on tomorrow's to-do list. Um, but I'm going to get her moved and settled, and that's on me. And getting her approved for services that's going to help pay for her stay. All of that's been on me. And it's just been a lot. And I didn't realize how much stress was on me. So moving here, I, guys, I'm just telling you, the stress has just, it's just gone. I I know that I'm doing the right thing for me. I know I'm doing the right thing for my mom. I know that my son feels like I'm doing the right thing. And yeah, there's still family that says, "What are you doing? Why are you doing this? I wish you wouldn't do that." But there are family that says, "I wish I could do exactly what you're doing." And that is the thing, is that you have to do what's right for you. And this is right for me. And I can tell that because the amount of stress that had built up has really just eased away. And if nothing else, it was worth it just to do that. And as I said, I really did not realize how much stress I was putting on myself. But now making the decision and moving with that decision to do what I felt was right for me has just been amazing. Cons. Cons are, I thought when I got here, I would just hit the road running and I would be visiting coffee shops and I would be doing all the things that I wanted to do. And there are a lot of things I have done, but first thing in the morning, I have found I like to sit down in the condo and drink my coffee and not hit the door running. And so, for that reason, I have not gotten out and gone to coffee shops. I've been to one that I really like. So, moving forward in March, guys, I'm taking you to some coffee shops. That is going to be my thing because there are a ton here. And it's just a matter of me getting out and doing those. So I realized that I have just not done that. That con is on me, and I am going to get out and do that. Another con, as much as I said in the pros, is that I have been seeing family since I've been here. Another con is when they leave, I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I'm going to miss my family. I'm going to miss my friends, and I will. But along the way, I'm hoping that I will make new friends. I'm not going to make new family. Can't quite do that, but I can make new friends, and my family can meet me um, anytime they want to fly out. I will pick them up at the airport and they can stay with me forever, how long they want to. I don't have a problem with that. So it's not like I'm abandoning them, and I can do Zoom calls and I can just text and I can send videos and I can send, photos and, all the things, and I will stay connected with them. But there is always that part of me that's going to be, I miss my family and I miss my friends. Now, another con is that for the month of January, it was so warm. It was so nice. I don't think I even ran the heat in my condo one night. maybe twice before I moved. And during the day, it was in the 60s, sometimes 70s, which is not normal from where I lived outside of Wilmington in North Carolina. It was not normal, but I was hoping that weather was going to carry through when I got to where I'm at. It did not. Um, we have had some warm days since I've been here. I would say mid 60s, close to 70. I don't know that we have actually hit 70, but it has been a lot of days of overcast skies, rain, colder weather, and it's not conducive to get out and walk on the beach because the wind is blowing and it is so cold, and it's just the weather has not cooperated. So I'm hoping in March things should start to warm up and hopefully we won't have as much rain. Even if we have rain, Wendy's going to get out and get some more stuff done. Me and Jan saw a lot when she was here, and I might have to go back and see some more of the same stuff, but we're going to get out and we're going to see some stuff where I'm at. Another thing that has happened, which I list it as a con, not because it's a bad thing. It's a con because it's taken me away from here. And that con is that I have had a lot of going back and forth. And I knew that starting this adventure, that this month especially, and maybe dragging out till March, which it will, is that I would have to go back and forth some. I think every week since I've been here, so every week of February, I have gone back home. Um, some of it was to deal with getting my mom set up for through Department of Social Services for assistance in her long-term care and getting that all started. Some of it was going back to, I had to go up to deal with some stuff with my banking. I had stuff with my mom. It's just been a lot of different things. And then I went back and had dinner with Renee. And then me and Emma went to see the ballet. We already had tickets before I moved down here. So we went back and saw the ballet Swan Lake. And yesterday I drove back to where I'm from in the middle part of North Carolina to turn in some paperwork to the caseworker handling my mom's stuff. And I went by and saw my Aunt Margie, and then I drove home. So it's been a lot of driving that has taken me away from here. And I put that as a con because it's not going to be the same once I get on the road. Um, and I won't have that there. Now, I want to reach over and grab something really quick. Give me just a second. Okay, guys. I reached over and I grabbed my notebook that I have trips planned out. This is not necessarily trips, it's things I want to see and do when I get to certain locations or wherever I'm at. So it's kind of like I already have things that I can pull from to do. So when I first started this adventure, one of the things was I made a list of things that I want to do anywhere I go. The first one is find coffee shops, independent coffee shops, not your Starbucks or, you know, the chain coffee places. I didn't want that. And I have done that. I did find one. Haven't found any more than that. It's not that I haven't found them, I just haven't gone. But I can say that I have done that. Local bookstores, there are a couple local bookstores. I have been to one, so I can say I did that. There are not any local stationery stores other than your regular typical um, Office Depot, Office Max kind of stores. Eat at local restaurants, independent restaurants. I have done that. I have one, two, three, four different independent. I know of four right off the top of my head. So I have been doing that. See a play, ballet, or some kind of theater production. I have done that. I went to the Alabama Theater, and me and Jan saw Iconic, which is their house production. And I went to Swan Lake, and um, I'm hoping when my sister-in-law Lisa comes down, we'll go to the murder mystery. That's what I'm waiting for. So I have gotten some of that stuff done. It's too cold for a farmer's market. However, me and Jan went to an Amish market. I can't see on my left eye, guys. It's like there's eyelash or something there. But we did go to the Amish market, and I'm going to go back before I start traveling to pick up some stuff to take with me in my car. They had all kinds of dried fruit, like lentils and peas and dried beans and that kind of stuff. And I know I want to take some of that stuff with me, so I want to go back to that. Get out of the city some. I have done that. I have not gotten to one of the gardens that I want to go to, which is outside of town, because it's just been too cold and too messy. Find local history. Me and Jan did some of that. Find a park. Guys, I don't know if it qualifies as a park, but being in a beach community, we went out and walked on the boardwalk. There were areas to sit down. I count it as a park. There is other places that we have stopped that has, space to get out and do things, and we've done those. It's not necessarily classified as a park, but basically that's what it is. And talk to locals. And I have been talking to people whenever I go anywhere. Like if I eat, people, we carry on conversations. I haven't really gotten out and just sat down and met people and done anything like that. But I'm hoping that's going to get a little bit better. Those are the things that I have listed, and I feel like this first stop was like a trial run, and I feel like I'm doing those things, and I'm hoping to improve on all of those things going into March. So right now I'm saying I'm doing it, and those are the things that I want to do. So I am pleased with that. And the reason I bring all of that up, let's tie it all in, Wendy, is that going back and forth has really, there are times when I've been back and forth twice in 1 week. So it takes me away from here. And that means it takes me away from getting those things done. And that's why I put it on as a con. Never would classify it as a con dealing with stuff with my mom. It's just things that I have to do, and I'll continue to do it. But as far as being able to talk about this video, it is something that has taken me away from here, and that's the reason I put it on that list. And the last thing is my health. Coming in, I definitely was having some back issues, and mainly, I don't even want to say it's back issue. It's a combination of a few things. I was unaware when I had my hip replaced that one thing that could happen is that my hips would get out of alignment. And so when your hips get out of alignment, now I'm going to show you the way my physical therapist showed me, is your backbone kind of see how your knuckles fit into each other. That is the way your spine works. But when you get out of alignment, your bones are like this. So they're on each other. And that's what's causing the pain. And the problem began when I sat in the chair for so long to get my hair done, guys. And I was going to wear my hair down so you could see that the color is getting almost the color I want it. I don't know if you can tell it. Let me see. But you can see here, this is the gray color that we're working toward. But right now, before the first step, it really looked blonde. I was like, oh, I don't want blonde, I want gray. And the point of it is, I wanted something different. But number two is my hair is going gray. And I don't want to keep going trying to blend in the gray to be, an accent color. Guys, it's coming. Let's just embrace it. And as I said to the girl that does my hair, I was like, am I the only person that's ever come in here and said, give me some gray hair? She laughed and she said, pretty much. But we're getting to that. But to get to that point, it was 6 hours in the chair. And when I left, apparently I had sat wrong. And my hips must have been out of alignment. I couldn't get them back into alignment. I dealt with this for 2 weeks. And at 2 weeks, I was like, I have got to go to urgent care someplace because I can't travel like this. So I ended up going to urgent care, and the doctor gave me a shot of steroid and muscle relaxers. And he told me the only thing that was going to help was to get off my feet, rest, to quit lifting and all of that. And guys, I laughed and I told him, I said, I've got one more week of this and then I can do that. And that has what has helped a lot. Do I get up and still have issues? Yeah, guys, I do. And I think eventually once the inflammation and everything goes down, I can get to where I can put it back into alignment and I will be fine. And once it's in alignment, guys, the last time this happened, which was the first time it happened, and that's when I found out about this thing. It took me a month or almost two before I got to the point where I was able to function. And so I know I can go months at a time, and I know what not to do. And I know moving forward, I need to, especially driving. Yesterday, I was so excited that I drove 3 hours there, 3 hours back. And I stopped and made myself get out of the car. And I had times where I could get out, walk, and it helped. I was expecting this morning to not be able to move, to be honest. And now I know I have to stop. So when I'm driving to my next destination, I know I'm going to have to get out of the car. I'm going to have to walk around every 2 to 3 hours. And that's the only way it's going to work. And that's my intent, is to do that and just take it as a slow drive. Not like I'm going to go, 35 miles an hour. I only understand. I mean, taking it, a little while out to get out and walk, even if it puts, 5 extra hours on my drive to get to where am I going, then that's what it is. But taking that 10 or 15 minutes, 20, 30 minutes, to get out, stretch, walk, is going to help me in the long run. And so if that means it takes me a little longer to get there, then it's going to take me a little longer to get there. Another health issue that I've run into is, you guys know I have allergies, and as I alluded to at the beginning, is right after Jan left, a couple of days after she left, I had a sore throat, runny nose, and I was really worried it was something else. But I never ran a fever. I never had like flu symptoms. I didn't have anything other than stuffy nose, runny nose, sore throat. And I was like, this must be allergies. And it has continued. And that was one of the things I was worried about traveling is my allergies. And guys, I can deal with this. If it gets worse than this, I will stop at an urgent care and say, we got to do something. Um, so I think that anything that was going to happen, kind of thinking, I'm kind of dealing with it now. And as long as I can deal with it, I can continue to do this. And I'm just going to deal with it, guys. If it gets to the point where I need to go in and get a shot or get antibiotics or whatever, I will do that. I can do that on the road. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So those are the pros and cons. And I can tell you now, the pros are way outweighing the cons, because even my cons are not, they're not really cons. They are things that do pull me away from doing what I want to do, and it takes up mind space, but that's it. The pros are getting out and doing things, and I have enjoyed that. I was really, really hoping, me and Jan went to the art museum, and there was a flyer saying that you could sign up for watercolor classes, and I tried to do that. There has not been an opening yet. I was really hoping that I was going to get a call this week that I could be at Wednesday's class. Not yet. I was really, really hoping, and I'm crossing my fingers hoping that next week I can get into the Wednesday class. Then if I can get into that class, let's see, I would be able to do 4 classes. And but you know what, maybe I can find a watercolor class somewhere else, maybe in another city. Wouldn't that be fun? So that is my update on how it's going. I will try to give you a little update at the end of next month, in the March. And another thing that's going to come in the end of March, I will do a leaving the Airbnb. I will film the inside of the Airbnb, leave you the information on where I was, and if you want to reach out to them, give you the website for them. And yeah, so if you want to stay here, and I might get it all booked up where I can't come back, and I hope that doesn't happen, guys. But if anybody out there is looking for a place to stay near the beach, I would be glad to give you this information. And yeah. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little catch up with me, kind of pros and cons, where I'm at, how the first month has gone. Leave me a kite. I don't know why a kite, but let's do a kite down below. And until next time, guys, bye-bye.